It's time for the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast. Each week, Trading Stocks Made Easy demystifies stock trading and investing so you can profit big. And now, here's the host of Trading Stocks Made Easy, the wealthy investor, Tyrone Jackson.
Well, hello there. Back again. I see it's Tyrone Jackson, the wealthy investor. And I want to welcome you back to another special episode of Traders Roundtable. This time, we're going to talk about options. Hey, have you ever bought a Leaps option and it just didn't go right? Have you ever set up a bear call spread and been disappointed? Have you ever bought a stock in the middle of an earnings period only to have it drop? Well, these are some of the things that our traders are going to talk about on this episode of Trading Stocks Made Easy. And I'll be right back with the cast and crew right after this.
Want to increase your stock market trading profits? Then you need to start your monthly membership to WITradeschool.com right now. Don't know which stocks to choose for trading in today's market? No problem. Just follow Tyrone Jackson's hot stock picks inside WITradeschool.com. At WITradeschool.com, you can also follow Tyrone's weekly stock market tutorials and investing advice. Plus, each week you can submit your trading and investing questions directly to our staff, and Tyrone will answer them as part of our weekly video Q&A sessions. Begin your membership right now and you'll get instant access to WITradeschool.com's video library. That means you'll get to know all of Tyrone's major and minor trading strategies, including covered call writing and volatility trading for fast, sexy profits. Tyrone Jackson, the wealthy investor, has helped his students earn thousands of dollars per month trading stocks online from home. These are people just like you. In addition to a successful podcast, Tyrone's editorial content has been featured on CBSMoneyWatch.com, NASDAQ.com, and YahooFinance.com. So what are you waiting for? Follow Tyrone Jackson's red-hot stock trades and investment strategies today. Don't wait. Start your monthly membership at WITradeschool.com right now.
And welcome back. Okay, this is a series of Traders Roundtables coming at you. You guys requested them. I'm going to try to do as many of them as I can in the next couple of weeks. Our traders tonight sharing their experience. Andre B., otherwise known as Andre Blake.
Yes.
Who doesn't know that?
Everybody knows.
Zane Z., I'll keep you private this time. And Stephen P. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so you guys all make money in covered calls. You've talked about the impact it's had on your life. Stephen, you mentioned in another episode how you're able to take care of your mother. I want to emphasize the idea that I always encourage people to help other people, and I know you've all done that. But let's go to the higher level of the program. If you're in the live course in New York or LA, you're at the mentor program. And in the mentor program, I send you the trades. And one of my favorite things to do is when I bring in a new trade or a new concept or a new way to trade something, I love it when you all go, wait, can you explain that again? And you all get excited. And then no one listens to me.
We listen. We listen. We need a minute to digest.
To take it all in. Yes. Okay. And we're in the private class at the hotel, and it's really great. I want to talk about options trading. Now, when you are initially buying options in the Wealthy Investor Program, we buy longer dated options, long-term equity anticipation securities, which are Leaps. Mm-hmm. They're very fast money trades. Mm-hmm. When the market is rising, they go up extremely fast. When the market is not rising, they go down extremely quickly. Stephen, have your skills as an options trader improved over time?
Incredibly. I wasn't even considering options before I started the class. What I heard about options was that they're way too risky, that's something that only professional traders can learn how to do. And so I just believed that automatically. When I got in the class, I realized that there couldn't be anything further from the truth in that regard. That if you learned the simple concepts of buying and selling calls, taught the way that you're teaching them to limit risk and maximize profits, that it is very learnable and very safe compared to the perception that people actually have. That people have to give options a chance with someone who knows how to teach options to people who aren't professional traders. And if they do that, they'll be amazed at what they learn.
Yes, and you're all giving me very nice compliments, and I really appreciate it. I really do.
You better pay us that $5.
I know.
I'm gonna get my sandwich.
Yes, exactly. I'm the wealthy investor. I pay people $5 for compliments. How sad is that?
That's crazy.
It is. I mean, you guys could easily demand $50,000 per compliment.
You won't pay us.
I won't pay it. You can demand it, but I won't pay it. Zane,
Yes,
words of advice on options trading.
To be quite honest, my whole mindset and just the way I think about the market has changed drastically in the last 2 years. And I've applied that also to other avenues of my life. And the main thing is something that you mentioned was set a goal. And it sounds very simple and very silly and easy, but it's night and day. And hey, Zane, how much money you want to make this month? A lot. No, Zane, how much money do you set a number?
Yeah, we need a number.
And as soon as I hit that number, I was making it. And I'm like, damn, I've been in this program how long? And that's all I had to do is set a number and consistently make it.
Yep.
And it was so mind-boggling for me that it was just ridiculous. And so when you take that attitude and that mindset and apply it to the rest of your life, what the heck do I have to be pissed off and angry and evil about?
Exactly. Andre, have you changed your style of option trading through the years?
Most definitely. I think early on in my trading career, trading options can be very lucrative and very enticing.
Yes.
So you'll just go, oh, Tyrone won't know. I'll just grab 10 of these leaps and just hang out. And then the stock turns against you and you're left holding the bag, as it were.
Yes.
And, we've had this conversation many a time before. If you use your covered call income to help purchase your leap,
yes,
once that leap hits half its value,
yes,
you can still sell it and not lose anything.
That is correct.
But very often, since, as we all here know, when you're in a high-flying stock and you can throw some money at a leap and it takes off and you make thousands of dollars literally overnight, it's enticing.
It is.
But again, patience. Patience. That's the big thing that trading options has taught me is patience.
Yes, and patience is a necessary tool for anybody who wants to be very successful as a trader.
Most definitely.
So here's the truth. We went through a period where we had a major pullback in the stock market. It wasn't a crash, but for 120 days, we had the market really pull back. Andre, how did you deal with that? Because your account value went down, like all of us.
Oh, yeah, it did. How did I deal with it? I cried a little. But, with each pullback or with each advance in the market, it's an opportunity to learn. So, I learned not to overinvest in leaps because, or any options for that matter, because again, we're just riding the coattails of big money. And, these large institutions are trading hundreds of millions of dollars. And, here we come along with our 10, 15, 20 contracts or whatever it is. And that can hurt you like a lot. So, going back to what I said before, patience. You got to just be patient. You have to know your limitations and really try not to exceed them, even though you see the opportunity to maybe make a whole lot more. You got to go, wait a minute. Like Zane said, did I hit my target? Okay, I hit my target. Let me not get greedy and there's another day to trade. There's always another day. So just relax. You don't have to eat everything at the table when you get there. There's going to be some more tomorrow, so relax.
Stephen, you've been through your share of pullbacks. How do you deal with them?
Absolutely. Number one, I don't panic. Too many people panic and make horrible decisions that they come to regret. And so we've learned trading skills that we can use in up markets, down markets, and in the down markets, there is still money to be made. And the fact that we're making money in a down market when everyone else seems like they're panicking, even if you're not making as much money in the down market, you can't be too greedy about it. If you're making any money in a down market, you're doing extremely well. And just apply the principles and keep the faith. And that has worked.
100% of the time when the stock market has pulled back, it retraces 100% of the time. Maybe not in all the stocks that you own, particularly if they don't pay a dividend, which I stress all the time. And that would make me panic if my entire account were non-dividend paying stocks.
That's scary.
But if you follow allocation, which I talk about all the time, it ultimately comes back, and that's when you add your leaps, so on and so forth. Zane, you wanted to say about a pullback?
That's exactly what I was going to say. This last pullback really didn't affect me too much because I had that 1/3 of my account in Dow. So, and I know I got two good friends in the program now, and they were not really following the allocation that you set up, and they took a real nice kick in the butt. I'm kind of like, I'm paying the guy for guidance and teaching me. Why don't I do what he says? And I have. And so this last pullback really didn't get me that bad because I had 1/3 of my money tied up, or not tied up, but allocated in Dow components. And they didn't make that jump down. I didn't have a whole bunch of leaps out there. And I didn't have a whole bunch of risky, quote unquote, stocks out there that I was trading. So because of that, I was really not affected that badly.
I got to talk about the trade, which I really regretted not emphasizing the whole year last year, which is it's my new best friend. It's always been my great friend. It's the bear call spread. And I have said to you guys at the upper level of the program, we are going to master this trade when stocks are rising, when they're staying the same, because my belief as a trader is the bear call spread needs to be in place even when the market is moving forward, because it is the biggest moneymaker when stocks drop. And you guys know I teach the bear call spread with a 300% return. And I'd love for everybody in the program who are at the upper levels to be able to take $100,000 and turn it into $300,000. I really shouldn't say that on the podcast, but that's essentially what can happen if you go with spreads first. Where are you guys with the bear call spread? Is anybody loving it the way that I'm loving it? I'll start with anybody.
Yeah, I love the bear call spread. I mean, you're not putting the money up front. You're only spending the money if the stock rises. If it's rising, then you're spending the money, and then in addition to the premium that you got when you set up the bear call spread.
Yes.
You're making your money, and that's one of the nice things about so many of the trades that we do. You're making your money up front. You're not just buying a stock and praying for it to go up, and if it does, you make money, and if it doesn't, you don't make money or you lose money. These trades, so many of them, you're making money up front, you're watching your cost basis, you're being responsible, but you've made the money up front. And another thing that is very helpful is your guidance in when to sell, because for me that's been difficult in the past, and I think for many people. Do you mean
sell the stock or cover the other part of the trade with the spread?
I'm sorry, as part just of the bear call spread, right. what you just said. I was speaking more in general of when if with a leap, for example, when we set up a leap, we decide in most cases when we want to sell it, as opposed to just wait, hold on to it, and then wake up the next morning and find out that all the profit is gone.
Yes, because the stock changed direction, therefore the derivative, which is the leaps option, also went down.
Exactly. And so while that was so much of what happened to me in one form or another in the past, understanding better when to sell, when to take a profit, not being greedy, that's been huge.
You guys want to say anything about the bear call spread?
I just wanted to say, kind of piggybacking on what Steve said, at this level of the program, we're very comfortable or familiar with the regular covered call. The worst case scenario is if the bear call spread doesn't go the way you planned it originally, you just end up in a covered call, which you were doing in the first place. So that's really kind of like a win-win situation. And then if you get to a certain place in your account value, and you really don't want to be trading that much or putting that much money at risk, I simply set up the bear call spread, wait for the stock to do what it's going to do, and most importantly, I have a plan for if it goes up. I have a plan if it goes down. I have a plan, and I think that's another problem with people trading. They know what's going to happen if the stock goes up. Everyone, that's great, but do you know what you're going to do when the stock doesn't do what you planned? And thank you, Tyrone, for giving me a plan.
Well, you are welcome. I am going to really insist that we all become masters of that trade because, first of all, it's very lucrative. And I don't want to preach greed here. That's not really what it's about. But there's a reason why the hedge funds use it as a tool. It's because for them, it generates millions of dollars in 3 minutes. Andre, the bear call spread.
Love it. For all the same reasons that these two fine gentlemen have already expressed. When you can up front make a 300% return on your money and not own the stock, come on, man.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
You gotta love that.
Yeah.
Purchase. I'm not going to get into particulars because we might lose some folks, but it's a really nice way to trade. And oh gosh, I was wrong. Okay, I'm in a covered call.
Yes. Now
I know what to do there.
There was one stock that starts with a T that we were all in. Actually, it has two T's in the ticker symbol. And it made a huge move after we set up the spread.
It did.
And I always teach, when you're setting up a bear call spread, there's the first leg and the second leg. And the second leg is like your option proxy.
Yes.
On a $9 move in the stock.
Yes.
Not only did you get the money for setting up the first and the second leg, the first leg has gone wildly positive.
Yes.
And I don't think a lot of people really understood how powerful that is.
It's huge.
Yes, it's huge.
It's huge.
And so when I teach the spread, I always teach it so that if the stock actually rises, you guys have a huge benefit. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's go around really quickly on this one. There are going to be some people who really still believe, I mean, this show's heard all around the world, like a lot of other podcasts, but they're going to believe that you're not real, that you're like really not a real person.
I am a robot. No, I'm not.
Stephen, what would you say to them and what advice would you give to that person who'd like to try trading in the stock market?
I am real. I'm not sure how I can prove it here today. But yes, we are real people. We have followed Tyrone for many years, almost all 10 years, and we have done extremely well because we have listened and followed his teaching, that I would suggest to anyone to give it a chance, wherever they want to look into it, whether it's on the web, whether it's through this podcast, whether it's in a live class. I would say to expose themselves to what Tyrone is teaching and evaluate it on their own. I mean, it's not for everyone, but it can be for a large majority of people if they give it a fair chance.
Zane, some people are going to say you're not real. Your response?
I was going to say something real foul, and I'm
hold it for after the show.
When the mic goes up. I'm very much real, and I am maybe not that unique, but I'm an independent contractor, meaning I don't get paid on a regular basis. I have to make a little bit of money or a lot of money sometimes, and I have to make that money last throughout the year, throughout the month, until the next check or the next job comes. The problem that I see is most of our money that we make and save really doesn't keep up with inflation. And so if you plan on not eating cat food, or all you have to do is go to Citibank, Chase, any major bank, and look at what their savings interest is. And not one of them is 1% anywhere in the city right now. I can easily make 3% on the most ridiculously safe trade in the world monthly. They're talking about less than 1% for the year. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about making at least 2 or 3% easy per month.
Yeah.
Easy. I mean, with almost close to no risk. Think about where you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years when you retire. How are you planning on getting there? And what is it that you need to get there? And it should open up your eyes and make you come up with another plan.
Thank you. Andre, are you real?
Yes, I'm very real.
You're really real.
Yes, I have references if anyone needs. Hey.
I thank you guys for coming in and sharing your experience with our audience.
Thank you. Thanks for having us, T. Thank you.
You're very welcome. And I'll have some more parting words for you on the other side of this break.
Want to increase your stock market trading profits? Then you need to start your monthly membership to WITradeschool.com right now. Don't understand how to write covered calls for monthly income? No problem. Simply review Tyrone's latest stock trades in our video library as many times as you need. WITradeschool.com is all about helping you get the financial education you need to earn money in the stock market and change your financial life. Tyrone Jackson, the wealthy investor, has helped his students earn thousands of dollars per month trading stocks online from home. These are people just like you. So what are you waiting for? Follow Tyrone Jackson's red-hot stock trades and investment strategies today. Don't wait. Start your monthly membership at WITradeschool.com right now.
As always, I'd like to thank you for listening to this episode of Trading Stocks Made Easy, and I want to leave you with this. You never know where you're going to be, and you never know how much residual income you can generate from the stock market until you try. It's always my pleasure to have you as my guest, and I'll see you next time on the next Trading Stocks Made Easy.
You've been listening to the Trading Stocks Made Easy podcast. Be sure to rate and review our show on iTunes. While you're on iTunes, be sure to click the subscribe button, and you'll automatically receive our next episode.